Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of 1998 Represent. On this episode, we're taking a look at Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood by DMX. This is DMX's second studio album, and it was released following his debut album earlier in 1998, It's Dark and Hell is Hot. Both records are excellent. I think I prefer It's Dark and Hell is Hot a little bit more. But we got some quick notes here we're going to go through, and then we're going to discuss the album. I was just going through these notes, actually, and realized that we did It's Dark and Hell is Hot for this series as episode 7, and now we are on episode 70. So it's kind of interesting that the series has gone on that long. And there's been like a 63 episode gap between It's Dark and Hell is Hot and Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood. So, Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood, first released December 22nd, 1998. Like we mentioned earlier, it is DMX's second studio album. Both albums came out in the same year. And at the time when this came out, DMX was the second artist to have, let me see how I worded this, the second artist to have two albums released in the same year debut at number 1 on the Billboard 200. And the previous artist that had done that was Tupac back in 1996, where I think he released All Eyes on Me like earlier, like very early in 1996. And then there was another album that came out, I want to say like in November of that same year. So Tupac was the first one to do it, or at least according to my research. And then DMX did it as well a couple years later. I think some other people have probably have done that since then, but I'm not sure any of them just off the top of my head. But it's still a pretty interesting feat because generally you release an album, you tour the album. You generally don't release two albums in the same year. I don't think it happens super often. Or two albums within not just like a 365-day span, but within the same, basically January to December. So I don't think it happens super often, but it's really interesting when some artists do that. So like we had like one album from him earlier in the year. Let me actually just bring up Flesh of My, or It's Dark and Hell is Hot, because I don't remember when that came out. It's Dark and Hell is Hot is an album, let's see here, came out in May. So May of 1998. So you have June, July, August, September, October, like a 7-month window where that came out, and then 7 months later, the second one comes out. I think I prefer It's Dark and Hell is Hot just a little bit more. I think it just hits a little bit harder. It's a little bit more intense. This album, the second album, is still pretty intense, but I think, like I said, It's Dark and Hell is Hot, and Hell is Hot is an incredible album. It's an amazing debut, one of the best hip-hop albums of all time, and then one of the best debut albums, I think, across like any genre. It's Dark, or Flesh of My Flesh and Blood of My Blood is also still really, really good, though. Let's see here. It went triple platinum in the United States. Some songs actually refer to songs off the first album. So there's a song called Damien off his first album, which is him talking to like Damien, and Damien is like kind of like the devil telling him to do stuff. In this album, there's a song called The Omen, which actually features Marilyn Manson, but it's kind of the same character that was introduced in the Damien song off the first album. So some kind of interesting like just connectivity between the two albums there. We have the track listing here. Let's go ahead and bring that up here. So let's see what we have here. So it's a little over an hour long. It's about like an hour and about 10 minutes. We have, let's see how many tracks. 16 tracks. The first one is, we're going to go through the track listing here. Track 1 is My Playas. I can't say the thing because I'm not going to say that. But yeah, track 1 is My Playas. Track 2 is Bring Your Whole Crew. Track 3 is Pac-Man, which is a skit. One thing about like rap at this time, they were always doing these little skits, and like the first album has them, this album has it as well. So track 3 is a skit called Pac-Man. Track 4 is Ain't No Way. Track 5 is We Don't Give an F, featuring Jadakiss and Styles P. Almost said the name of the actual song. I don't want to get like censored on YouTube or anything. But track 6 is "Keep Your Stuff the Hardest." Obviously, that's censored as well, kind of. Track 7 is "Coming From," which features Mary J. Blige. Track 8 is "It's All Good." Track 9 is "The Omen." It's also called "Damien 2," which features Marilyn Manson. That's relates to the first album. Track 10 is "Slippin'." Track 11 is "No Love for Me," which features Dragon and Swizz Beatz. Track 12 is "Dogs for Life." Track 13 is "Blackout," which features the LOX or LOX. I'm not sure if it's pronounced LOX or just LOX. And also Jay-Z. Jay-Z released an album in 1998 as well, which we discussed a little while ago. I'll leave links in the descriptions to check out both the video for "It's Dark and Hell is Hot" and Jay-Z's album as well. Track 14 is "Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood." Track 15 is "Heat." And then track 16 is "Prayer 2, Ready to Meet Him." So there's a couple singles released for the album as well. The singles were "Slippin'," which was released in November as a single, and then "No Love for Me," which was released in January of 1999. It's got some pretty good reviews here. I think the reviews for "It's Dark and Hell is Hot" were a little bit better, but like AllMusic gave it a 4 out of 5. The Daily Vault gave it a B. Entertainment Weekly gave it a B+. Rolling Stone ended up not really liking it that much and gave it a 3 out of 5. And The Source ended up giving it a favorable review as well. It's I really like the beats and the production quality on this album and the first album are really, really good. Sometimes like I don't necessarily love all the lyrical content of all these songs, but just like some of the beats in hip hop and rap are always like I sometimes like more than the actual like lyrics. But very good production quality on this album. And then like we've mentioned in some of the other videos where we've discussed rap / hip hop albums of this year, is just the East Coast rap game in 1998 was really on point. We had let me actually just bring my notes up here for I can just skim them really quickly. So the Beastie Boys put out "Hella Nasty." DMX did "It's Dark and Hell is Hot," and I think we had let's see what other rap albums. RZA did "Bobby Digital," so like East Coast rap there from Wu-Tang doing a solo album. What else do we have for Outkast? Yeah, Outkast is I would consider to be East because like they're in Georgia, so it's like it is still the East Coast. So Outkast did "Aquemini." Let's see what else we have here for good rap. Jay-Z Volume 2 of A Hard Knocks Life. We did a video for that. And I think that is all the rap we've covered up to this point. But so like East Coast rap, 1998 was definitely really, really good. I think some of the earlier 90s, like you could say like the West Coast had some better albums. But 1998, if it is a contest for going to say like East versus West, East Coast rap in 1998 definitely I think like beats out West Coast rap up at least for that year. Just a lot of really good albums coming out that year. Like we had like I said 2 DMX albums. This is a very strong follow up to "It's Dark and Hell is Hot." It's not quite as good, like I said earlier, but it's definitely very, very good. I would highly recommend it. I listened to it a couple times. Well, back when it came out, I listened to it, and then just like over the last week, I've listened to it twice just to kind of get ready for this video. But I think that's going to do it for this particular video. We'll be back again in a few days. We'll probably be doing another movie. Don't know exactly what movie that's going to be yet, but we'll be doing that. We'll be following that up with another video game video. We'll be doing that until the end of the year, and then in the new year, we'll probably be just pivoting the entire series to be a 1990s focused thing. So we'll be doing. It's still going to be the 3 kind of core things for those years, for in my opinion, for like movies, music, video games, but we'll be doing them for the entire decade. I'll probably start off in 1990. We'll do a video for a movie, a video game, an album, and then we'll move to 1991. We'll do 3 videos for that year, and then we'll do that for the rest of the decade. I'm gonna save some stuff from 1998 for that, but I think all the big stuff in 1998 I'm probably getting to in this series here. But again, that's going to do it for now. So remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back again in a few days for another video. Until then, thanks for watching. Take care and have a good one. See ya.